Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Box Score Breakdown. I'm your host, Tim Woodson, a sports ethos presentation. Of course, we are going to have a blast today. Only 4 games on the schedules. They were some exciting games. I got a chance to watch some of them. So let's not waste any time and get right into the action. As we look at game number 1, the Charlotte Hornets are starting to tunnel, but they're the Charlotte Hornets, so what would you expect? And this is actually a good win for the Magic, who get the dub, 123 to 107 over the Hornets. Let's, of course, we take a look at the losers first, and let's see what they got cooking today. Miles Bridges with a 16 point game with 5 rebounds, 1 block. He had whatever shooting percentage, but hey, you like the 4 threes, not much you can complain about. Let's think about Miles Bridges, like all off court shenanigans aside, he is pretty solid in fantasy, and he for giving the team that has some struggling injury players, he shows up pretty durable. So yeah, keep rolling him out. Kalkbrenner's been doing his thing, man. I'm not even gonna lie. 17 points, 7 boards, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and the shooting percentage remains above 80%. That's absurd. 8 of 9 from the field. Oh, and he hit a free throw. I'm pretty sure it's his first free throw of the season. Dope. Good for him. We love that. LaMelo Ball, of course, 17, 7, and 13. Love the dimes. 2 steals. 8 of 19 from the field. That's kind of rough, high volume. And he only shot 1 triple. You would absolutely want more triples out of him. But the assists are pretty solid, so you can't complain. They decided to start Sion James this time around. And I think that's something you can look at in deeper leagues. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 triple. Solid. So if you're looking at deeper leagues, maybe like a 16 team, 14 team league, he's getting run. They're trying to see what he's doing. They trust him in the rotation. Yeah, let him cook. Musa got some run also, and he actually did a pretty good job. Musa Diabate in 20 minutes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks on 50% from the field, and he hit both his free throws. Nice. That's pretty solid. And lastly, we'll check in on Colin Sexton and Con Knippel, the fill-ins for Mr. Brandon Miller, who we have no word yet, and now it's getting a little concerning. Forget that one. Just so you guys know, Charlotte Hornets, their injury reporting is probably bottom 3 in the league. It's really bad. So hopefully we'll hear something soon. But Colin Sexton, even though he came off the bench 25 minutes, still got 19, 2, and 4 with great shooting percentages and 3 threes. Ooh, 6 and 8 from the line's a little rough, but it's okay. He usually shoots better than that. But you like the 3 threes from him. Khan had a whatever, actually a pretty mid game to be completely honest with you. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 triple. That 50% was going to fall off eventually from deep. So I mean, what could you expect? And you hate that he got 4 turnovers to tag along with it. Let's check on the struggling Magic, who needed this dub bad. They needed this pretty bad. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you guys should be checking out Anthony Black, man. He's been kind of hooping this year, and he looks like a definitely a better player than what he did in years past, which is good. I mean, you want the progression. 20 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Yes, 4 defensive stats. And he added 3 triples to that and shot 8 of 13 from the field. Wow, nice. That's a good game. Um, He's always going to get run if Jalen Suggs is out. Jalen Suggs is not playing back to backs. I don't think he will, maybe until late in the season. I think it's worth a gamble in 12-team leagues, but hey, 14 team, 16 team, yeah, you should pick him up. Absolutely. But I think it's worth a gamble in 12-team leagues. I mean, he's kind of doing enough, and that's interesting. That's good to see. Wendell Carter still chugging along, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. I mean, he's not the most exciting guy. Oh, and he also got 3 threes. I love that. But he's been pretty solid this season too. He definitely belongs on rosters 12 teams and deeper. Paulo Curl, after some stinker duds, was able to put up 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists, almost a triple double. Wow, nice. 2 steals. Love the shooting from the field, 8 of 12, 2 triples, but 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Yeah, that hurts, man. That does like bad damage to your free throw for the week. That's tough. But besides that, I mean, you know what it is with Paulo. He's gonna put up some gaudy numbers, but those percentages they will struggle from time to time. That's just gonna happen. And Franz, the other hitman of the group, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 triples, 50 from the field, 100% from the line. Yeah, it's pretty Franz line. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. That's what he does. Basically, is what he does. Desmond Bain, if I can find his name, did not play. Oh, there you go. So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he played this contest. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. You like the 7 assists. He's had some good ones, but he's also had some like pretty bad ones. It's just gonna kind of float. He's with a new team. He's got to get adjusted. Do not panic. If you feel like you do have a panicky manager in your league, it might be a good time to send him buy low. See if you can get it for cheap. Because he will be better than this as the season progresses. Yep, that's it. Good job for the Orlando Magic getting the dub in this contest. And now let's check on the still undefeated OKC Thunder get the dub 127-108. Wow, man. I mean, no Chet in this game, by the way. J-Dub still out. They're just chugging right along. First, of course, we check on the losers of the contest. Bilal Koulibaly. I'm pretty sure it's Koulibaly is the correct way to say it, but hey, we'll work on that. Bilal, great game to come out, and he got the starting nod. By the way, he only played 24 minutes. That's good that he got in the starting lineup, and Keyshawn stayed in the starting lineup, which he absolutely should have. They moved the Bub to the bench, which sucks because you kind of want him to develop. I would have probably moved one of the OGs, CJ or Chris to the bench, but hey, I'm not the coach. But let's check in on Bilal. First game back, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 dimes, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Guys, 3 blocks. Wow. That's pretty nice. 2 triples, 6 of 12 from the field, and 2 of 2 from the line. I can tell you what's real out of this and what's not. He can kind of do all those counting stats. I think the blocks are a little high, but he gets defensive stats. He can rack them up. I'm worried about the shooting, and that's the problem. The 6 of 12, because we saw long stretches last season where he would shoot super high, 60%, 70% from the field, and they just put like atrocious stinkers up with like 20% shooting for like a week straight. And he kind of even somewhere in the middle at 421 for the season. Um, just don't expect the shooting to be this good, but it's encouraging. They're letting them take some shots, trying to get his footing back, and they should adjust with time. I think this is the proper lineup, definitely to have Keyshawn George, Bilal, and Sar as the young guys. We'll love to see more of the young guys, and which we'll get a chance to get over them, but or talk about them. But it's good to see that Bilal's back, and he looks like he is coming out with some fire. Nice for him. Let's check on, of course, my resident favorite, one of my favorite players, Keyshawn George. Had a more of a quiet outing today. It's rough, man. That defense, the OKC Thunder, they were hounding them. And I mean, of course, it's the OKC Thunder. It's the best defense in the league right now. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 dimes, 1 block, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 triples, and 1 free throw. Worst thing was 5 turnovers, but hey, you can't complain given the opponent. That's a pretty solid game. CJ McCollum, a little better. Little better. I like the threes in this with 19 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 60-10 from the field, and 5 triples. You would love that. He might tail off with Bilal back, but I mean it's worth a hold if you just kind of want some scoring numbers and triples. Why not? Trey Johnson was still able to get some time off the bench. I like that for him. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He had a little bit of a down shooting night for him. He still shot 42% from the field and had 2 triples. I think he'll be okay. I think he will adjust. The biggest thing is that he is young and has a lot of energy and has a lot of promise. So I think they are going to find a way to prioritize him as best as possible. Sar, after that monster berserk game, calmed down a little bit, but still filled the stat sheet, man. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 5 of 11 from the field, and 2 triples to tag along with it. That's nice. And I'll check on the winners, of course. I don't think there's anything else to note from. Yeah, there's nothing else really happening here for the Wizards. So let's go ahead and check on the Thunder. I mean, what could you expect from the MVP, SGA? Shea Gilgeous Alexander, 31 points, 3 rebounds, 7 dimes, a block, 11 to 20 from the field. Yes, 55%, 3 triples, 6 of 6 from the line. Yeah, man, first rounder. I don't even know what else to say. That's just a first rounder. Like the game from Case and Wallace, was a little nervous about him. But this game had an absurd number of defensive stats from him. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. That's absurd. That is nasty. And that looks good. But I think we had a chance to talk on Fantasy NBA today, earlier today. Shout out Dr. A, shout out those guys. Those defensive stats, man, they can be variable. And if it's not hitting, the lines look absolutely disgusting. But this was a good one. You like that from Casey Wallace. I think if you need him for a defensive piece, you should absolutely keep him on your team. Nice game from Isaiah Hartenstein. He kind of beat up and bullied Tsar. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Great shooting. 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Yeah, man. You love that. That's good. I think he's starting to warm up too. It was a little concerning at the beginning of the season, but I think he's starting to find his groove. I know there's no Chet here, but he's been playing better with Chet too. So that's good. That's good. Two good streamers today. Actually, Isaiah Joe popped up, and this is interesting. I like to see that he got 24 minutes. But he actually balled out 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 5 triples. Wow. 7-12 from the field. Wow. He's not going to shoot that good all the time. He's a very good 3-point shooter, though. He's over 40%. But that's just a monster game. That's really good, especially. It's like the first game adrenaline, kind of what happened with Bilal, who did some crazy numbers too. As far as Isaiah Joe, you can probably look at him in deeper leagues. I would kind of wait this one out because one, there was no Chet. There's no J-Dub yet, Jalen Williams, and I'm a little worried what happens with the rotation when Jalen Williams is, like, soaking up 35 minutes and taking about, like, 16 shots. So, Isaiah Joe, hopefully we'll get some time in the meantime. If you wanna kinda grab him in deeper leagues, I think it's a good idea, but I wouldn't get too hype over this game in the standard league. Talk about players that you can get hype over, though. AJ Mitchell, love this from him. 20 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 6 of 15 from the field, and 2 triples tag along with it. Great free throw. He's just good, man. And honestly, the consistency is what's making this so lovely about him. I would hold as long as possible. If you see it starting to dip, then you make a move. But besides that, this is nice, man. This is good to see. Um, as far as that goes, Aaron Wiggins had a pretty down game, 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Oh, he did have 2 blocks. He's been getting a lot of blocks. That's interesting. I don't think all of a sudden he's just this great rim protector. He's just falling in some blocks. But his shooting percentages are absolutely horrid. He will be better than that. But good job, man. OKC, undefeated. I like what I'm seeing from them. I mean, what would you expect, man? They're the champs and they are hungry and young and have all the energy in the world. Love that. Talk about an upset, though. Golden State loses to the Bucks 120 to 110. Hold on. That's the part. Without Giannis Antetokounmpo. There was no Yanni tonight. He got a late scratch because of a knee issue. Would I be worried? No, it's just that's his like usual go-to on the injury report. He's gonna get rest days, guys. It's just what Giannis. It's okay. I wouldn't panic on that. But dude, 120 over 110 over the Warriors that were looking like they were old. They were all a team full of unks, man, but they were balling on people. So that's this is impressive. Actually, it makes me give a lot of respect to the Bucks and what they are doing right now. But of course, we'll check on the losers to see who made some noise tonight. Jonathan Kaminga, good game from him, man. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 2 triples, 63% from the field, and 8 for 8 from the line. That's a monster game. Wow. 5 turnovers hurt, but I mean, man, you can't complain about that. We weren't even sure he was going to be in the rotation. Now he's getting 33 minutes a night locked in. That's pretty good. That's pretty good from him. Draymond, pretty stock center Draymond stuff. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block, and a triple. Cool. Quentin Post got started tonight. Didn't really do much, only played 9 minutes actually, because Brandon Pajimski got a good amount of time. Brandon Pajimski, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Love the 3 steals. He's only taking about 8 shots. Ooh, that would love to see some more from him. But he did shoot 50% and he did get 1 triple. He's like borderline 12s. He's gonna have some games where he looks really nice. We would love for him to go on a run. And I know, like Steve Kerr said, he's gonna like kind of swap the starters. That's not super encouraging, but he's been playing better as of late. So just keep holding on to him. Steph Curry calmed down a little bit, and this is a calm down game for him. 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal with 4 triples. He only shot 42 from the field, which is not his usual thing. And I think he just missed his first free throw. He shot 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He had been on an absolute tear, but they played him really well. I like Jimmy Butler's game too. 23 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Nice from him. Bad shooting from the field, but 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Hard to complain. But they lost because they got a taste of Ryan Rollins. Let's talk about the man himself who went absolutely ballistic this game. Career high 32 points, 3 rebounds, 8 dimes, 13 of 21 from the field. Yes, he shot 61%. I know. I know that is not real long term. 5 triples. He shot 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Woof. But luckily, he only took 3 of them. Dude, Ryan Rollins is making a case to start even when KPJ gets healthy. He is this is what you call stepping up, and he wants that spot. We got a chance to talk about earlier in the season before preseason in some of the articles that hey, he could be one of the guys that could fit in the starting lineup, and he may be a better fit for the starting lineup because he's more defensive focused. He can still pass, he can still shoot, but he's a bit of a smarter player than KPJ is, and I think he might be sealing the deal here very soon. So Ryan Rollins is not or is on your waiver wire. Go grab him immediately, like right now. Like pause the podcast and then go grab him, and then you can press play again and listen to me talk. Great game from him. Besides that, everyone else kind of chipped in a little bit, little by little. Cole Anthony, nice game, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block with 2 triples, 46% from the field. Cool, nice. Miles Turner, okay. Now Giannis wasn't here, and I want to see them play good together. That would be ideal. But 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block with 3 triples. Yeah, that's pretty good. 58% from field. Love that for him. Gary Trent. Oh, that's like this is kind of like old Gary Trent. I like that. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 swipes. He had 4 steals. Love that. He shot absolutely putrid from the field, 28%. But he did add you 2 triples, and he did hit all 3 of his free throws. Um, let's say he makes 2 more of those shots, and then he's 6 for 14, and then like one of those is a three. That's like a 18-point night. Yeah, that's pretty Gary Trent. If you know Gary Trent back in Toronto days, that's about as Gary Trent as it gets. Besides that, that team as a collective, there's a couple people that scored 10 or 12 points. They did it, man. That was super impressive to see. I got a chance to watch the end of that game. Shout out to the Bucks for making some noise and showing that they're not bums in the Eastern Conference. Nice, good job for them. And now we check on the last game of the day, and yes, it does involve the alien himself, Victor Wembanyama, undefeated too, by the way, with the San Antonio Spurs getting the dub over the Miami Heat, 107-101. And let's check in on the losers. Bam, big game from Mr. Adebayo, 31 points, 10 rebounds, nice double double. He had a 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block with 4 triples. He is shooting a lot. He took 13 shots from deep. Why? I don't know, but he is chucking from deep, and that explains why he only shot 12 of 27 from the field. A lot of his shots is from deep. Now, I think the shot profile changes when Tyler Hero gets there. Also, there was no Norman Powell. Norman Powell was also out. Maybe that's a bit of it, but 13, that's a lot, man. You don't want him shooting that much. But he did get you 4, so I mean, hard to complain. Good game from Andrew Wiggins, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 triples. And he shot 61% from the field. Good game from him. He didn't hit his free throws. He's not a big free throw guy, but hey, man, you can't complain. Kello Ware had oh man, he bombed. He bombed hard. 0 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Still in the blocks, cool. He just didn't make any shot. And he was a -20, and he only played 20 minutes. Now, there's 2 ways you can look at it. No, I don't think it's exposure, so you don't do that. He played against Wemby. Yeah, man, you're gonna get beat up against Wemby. Um, but the encouraging thing is also that you should look at is that he's still in the starting lineup. He'll have better days than this. Um, you want a better performance, but tough. It was a tough battle, man. You're probably not gonna win that battle against Wemby. David Mitchell, he's been kind of cruising after that super high hot start. 11 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal. 3 triples is nice, but it's just kind of whatever mid lines. Jaime Jaquez Jr. He actually got some decent counting stats, but he came down a little bit. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 dimes. He had a rough shooting night. And then when I looked at his line, he's shooting these 60% games. I'm like, oh yeah, that's got to come down eventually. And it did. What do you know? Maybe I should go play the lottery. Simone Fontecchio, nice shooting night from him. 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and he added 5 triples. All of his 5 makes were triples. So of course that adds up pretty nicely. And he hit 3 free throws. Cool. Pretty good stuff. This team is playing very hard because Eric Spoelstra is a good coach. They still have no Norman Powell, who should be back soon. And then they don't have Tyler Hero. So I'm excited to see what they look like when all the pieces come together. But let's talk about these San Antonio Spurs, man. I gotta breathe every time I read this man's line. Victor Wembanyama, 27 points, 18 boards, 6 assists, 1 steal, and yes, he had another 5 blocks. Yep. Breaking fantasy as we speak. Had a rough shooting night though. 10 to 23 from the line is not as usual. And he also didn't have that good a night at the free throw stripe either. 6 of 8. But I mean, I feel like I'm being nitpicky here. So we're just gonna realize recognize that he's probably gonna be the number one guy in fantasy this year. If he's doing stuff like this nightly basis, it's gonna be hard to touch him. Good stuff from him. Devin Vassell just carrying along. I want to see when De'Aaron Fox come back how the whole dynamic plays out. But he's carrying along pretty well. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Not good shooting, but he had 4 triples. Uh, Still, it's okay. He's been doing pretty solid. Uh, Stephon Castle filling the stat sheet, man. And his field goal's been pretty solid. I'm going to be completely honest from a non-biased perspective. But his free throw, I just don't think that's his thing. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals, and a block. That's a huge game. And 2 triples. I think it may be for future, because we've seen this a good amount. He might just be a punt free throw guy. But he's filling the stat sheet, man. Now, long term, I always wonder what's going to happen. Are they going to keep Darren Fox? Are they going to keep? Well, they're going to absolutely keep Dylan Harper. But like, what happens with Dylan Harper becomes Dylan Harper because it's going to happen, and he's going to be absolutely amazing. They have a lot of talent at guard, you know. So I would love to see what Castle's role looks like long term. For right now, yeah, you make sure he's not on the waiver wire. He should, and he most likely was probably drafted. And keep starting him with confidence. Besides that, Dylan Harper. Speaking of Dylan Harper, chill night. He's just like doing enough in 25 minutes, 13 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And oh no, I thought he had 2 blocks. He had 2 turnovers. I apologize. 5 or 10 from the field, 2 triples, and he missed one of his 2 free throws. I think he is a back end 12 guy. You just kind of hold. If the minutes ever increase, yeah, man, we might be in there. 14 teamers, yes, grab him. He is doing enough for 14 teamers and deeper. Pretty solid. I love what I'm seeing from the Spurs. They are hungry. They're hooping, and they're going to be scary for years to come. But guys, that is enough from me. I appreciate you for watching another episode of Box Score Breakdown. I will see you guys tomorrow. That'll be very fun. We have a 8 game slate, so we'll go over some juicy news from that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.